It's that time of the show where we get to answer all of your burning questions. It's time right now to Ask the Doctor. You guys are so good at that. Our first question today comes from Kif, who is in our audience. And Kif, you have a question about your hair.
I do. So I've noticed recently in the past couple months that when I brush my hair, a lot more falls out than usual. So I was just wondering if it's something that I should be concerned about and if there's anything that I can do differently.
When you say it's a lot more hair than normal for you, how much are we talking about?
Usually when I brush it, like, you know, normal strands would come out, and I feel like now when I look down, I'm like, do I still have hair on my head? Like,
okay.
So much on my lap.
Got it. And so I guess a couple questions. Did you have any recent shock to your system, like a surgery or a major stressor, anything that would have altered your health?
No, I mean, I don't have any more stress than normal stress. So
and any new
like
medications?
No new medications, no.
Okay, because there are a couple reasons people will get excessive hair loss, but when we hear about it out of the blue like this, we often think of more of a stress-mediated hair loss, which has a fancy name because dermatologists love jargon. It's called telogen effluvium. And the reason for that is that at any given time, 90% of the hair are growing, resting, or being shed. And what happens sometimes when you start to lose a whole bunch of hair at once is that prematurely a large number of hair are being put into that shedding phase. And so the questions I was asking you about a major stressor, surgery, childbirth being a big one, those are often some of the common triggers. But if you don't really have a good explanation like that, then the other thing we sometimes think about is also nutritional. Like if you recently changed a diet where maybe you're consuming a lot less B vitamins or a lot less iron, that would be something to wonder about as well.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Dieting, been trying to like change it recently, so maybe that's what's causing it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one explanation, but the good news is if that's the case, when it's shedding like this, it usually runs its course. It's never permanent in that situation. It runs its course for about 4 to 6 months. And there are things you can do to really kind of preserve the health of the hair in the meantime, because it's typical to lose about 50 to 100 hair a day. That's completely normal. But I always tell my patients that if it's a lot more than typical for you, like what you're showing us with the hair on your lap and in your brush and in your drain, then definitely see a doctor if you're worried about a medical cause, but in the meantime, it should correct itself over about 4 to 6 months. And so what you'll start to see is little fine baby hair that start to grow back. And in the meantime, if you want to do something to help preserve the health of the follicles, avoid chemical processes that are going to promote breakage. So try sulfate-free hair products, try to minimize a lot of heat processing to your hair, try not to brush it really aggressively when it's wet, when it's most fragile, and it's going to promote the breakage. But if it is truly from the dieting, then it is most likely telogen effluvium. It's going to run its course and you're going to be just fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.